What's up guys, this is Shams11, welcome to Xenon Valkyrie Plus. This is available right now on Xbox One, PS4, and I do believe it's a cross-buy with PS Vita as well. Now, huge thank you to COWCAT Games for allowing me to bring you this game. Now, I originally found COWCAT because they did a point-and-click adventure called Demetrios, which was a superb game and one sadly I didn't bring you because it was in the dark days when my capture card died. And so when I found out they had another game coming out, I jumped on it. And, well, this couldn't be much more different. What we have is a roguelite platforming dungeon crawler hack and slash shoot 'em up game. And it's tough. I'll be honest with you, it's very tough. Now, I don't want to do a review on this because generally I like to complete games and get a good idea of them before I review them. This is going to take me quite some time, and to be honest guys, you will see this screen a lot. I certainly have seen it an awful lot. What's very cool with this game is all the levels are procedurally generated, so every time you play this game you're going to face a slightly different looking dungeon. Now, I am only in the first two zones. There are 3 characters to pick from. You saw the first lady we were playing as. She can drop bombs to help us get through the areas a little bit easier. We can gain access to new routes down. As you can see, I'm stood in a hole now where an enemy has blown up, so you can blow them up too. This little newtie guy here, he can jump super duper high. And we have the third person who can basically bring up a little map which shows all the enemies. Now, why would you want to know where all the enemies are? Is it to avoid them? Yes and no. With a game that is this brutal and attacks you this much, then sometimes you want to avoid enemies and traps like that. But certainly early on, you're probably going to want to actually find them because they will give you points. What do points make? Well, you level up. And you can use that leveled up and those points to gain talent points, and the talent points can be used to upgrade your character in these little safe zones in between levels. So you do stage 1, stage 2, and then we fight a boss. Now, this game very much reminds me of a cross between kind of Super Meat Boy and Quest of Dungeons. If you've never played any of those games, you should do. And if you haven't played them, you probably won't be too interested in this. But I have to say, as tough as this is, as hard as this is, and as much as I die, it's got a real charm to it. The graphics are nice. They do what they're meant to. Each area offers a new challenge. The enemies certainly ramp up in difficulty. And there's lots to do. So we can collect all these little things here, all these gems, and we can use that to buy little perks that help us along the way. For killing bosses, you can kill the same boss over and over if you want to replay the game from the beginning, or indeed you build a transporter to help you skip those few levels. Every time you kill a boss, you get some big points, and they can be used to have a gun that you keep permanently, or a sword, or a different weapon that you can permanently have to keep you upgraded. My biggest issue with this game so far is the complete lack of tutorial. There isn't one at all, and really it needs one. It's not entirely obvious that you have like grenades and the characters have abilities, and indeed exactly what you're meant to do. And some of the enemies will just absolutely wreck you before you realise what they do and how to defeat them. Again, a game very much that is one of trial and error, and unfortunately will put people off because of how hard it is. But if you're a completionist, if you're somebody that likes to get those perfect runs to get the better weapons, then there is a real sense of challenge here and a real sense of achievement when you do it. Speaking of achievements or trophies, they're not easy. There's only a few of them, but they give you lots and lots of points. I only have 2 so far. And I'll even give you a little guide on how to get one for, I think, a whopping 90g for beating this guy. This is the first boss I fought, and without doubt the easiest. It does help if you pick up the enormously powerful weapons that are dotted in big white chests around the level. There's a few of them, but they really do make a difference to your playthroughs. Guys, I'd give this a go. Once hopefully I get a bit better, I will do a proper review. For now, I hope it's helped. I hope you've enjoyed it, and please give it a try and let me know how you get on with the game and what you think. Thank you ever so much for watching. Till next time.